Hey everyone, this is Trish Kane, CEO and founder of Healerverse. Good evening from South Florida. We have amazing people on board from all over the world, actually, right now, and all over the US. What we do on the Roundtable, this is actually take two of bringing it back. We come together so we can learn about what different healing modalities are out there, what practitioners are doing in their local and global communities, what services they offer, and yeah, cool things that are going on. The purpose of Healerverse is to, I should probably do this. There we go. To unify spiritual and holistic well-being worldwide. Everything is fragmented from across the globe, and we've also experienced quite a bit of corruption over the years in our industry, for lack of other terms. So I built Healerverse on a little bit of a resentment, but also with a ton of love, and have met some of the most incredible people on the journey of Healerverse ever since we launched. And I just want to give you a few quick updates. We do have the pitch deck for HealerCon coming spring 2025 here in Palm Beach. Hopefully next week on the newsletter, I'll be able to tell you who some of the keynote speakers are. You guys are going to be pretty pumped about that. Additionally, we're going to be launching our iOS Android app for corporate well-being, where our practitioners are going to be able to bring spiritual and holistic healing and well-being to corporations. And that's exciting. I'll have more information about that this week for everyone. There's a lot of practitioners on here today from our community, and we're going to give everybody a chance to share. I wanted to put a special highlight today on Dr. Snowden and Mindful Manny. Dr. Snowden lives in Miami, and she's a most amazing theta healing healer. Theta healing healer. We're both theta healers. You'd think I'd be able to say that 10 times fast. And she does amazing work and has also had a very transformative life herself. I am going to give her the spotlight. And if anyone wants to stay on and hang out for a few minutes after, everyone is welcome. That's my motto. We are all going to level up together. And I love you guys. I haven't seen Dr. Allison in a while, although we did have a call recently. I got to catch up on some stuff. And again, keep an eye out for next week's newsletter about the HealerCon that's coming to Palm Beach, spring 2025. Lastly, I'm partnering with Russell Brand's dad, Ron Brand. So there's going to be some legends at HealerCon. And our healers are going to have the opportunity. I'm going to send out to our practitioners a form to fill out this week, basically that they can apply to speak. Note if you want to be on a panel or if you want to go solo. I don't have the dates. I'm waiting on a response from a specific individual to book the venue. All right, well, that's enough out of me. Dr. Allison, if you want to go for like maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes and talk, I'll give it to you.
Well, awesome. Thanks. Thank you so much. And hey to everyone. I know some of you not. Like I was thinking, and I didn't really like get a clear like yes or no. If you guys wanted just to do an energy clearing, or if you wanted me to like talk about theta healing, or like the trauma informed theta healing, and like what I see and like what the training is like. I guess like I want to hear like who wants to vote for like just to do like an experience, or like who wants to do that? Anybody like just want me to talk? I was like, I talked all weekend, so but also did energy healing. So perfect. So I'll set a timer, because I sometimes get lost in the energy, or like time doesn't really, so I'll do it for 8 minutes. We'll
If you
just
vote
do
for 15, it's okay.
okay, perfect. I'll do like I'll like do a warning for 13. Okay. Perfect. So just with when I do group healings and activations, just say yes if you want that, because you don't have to, like, if one clearing doesn't feel relevant to you, then just don't say yes. Just so that, like, I honor your sovereignty and free will and choice. And then I just ask permission just because yeah, to honor that. So just inviting everyone to close their eyes, and put your hand on your heart, and do I have permission to enter in your sacred space and fill you guys up with unconditional love? So if you would like that, just say yes. And so I'm just gonna fill you guys up. So every cell in the space within your cells and the space beyond your cells, and then also your auric field, just filling you all up with unconditional white light, creator's highest frequency of unconditional love, the source of who we all are. And so just filling you guys all up. And then do I have permission just to clear your auric field? So clearing it from anybody else's emotions. A lot of us healers like have these old programs that we have to take on the pain of others and transmute it through our physical body. Can I release any of those oath obligations? So having creator release any oath obligations that you have to, like, martyr yourself or hurt yourself in order to be of service, in order to be on your soul mission. So just releasing that, and also sending a healing to any time you hurt yourself or you unconsciously took on other people's projections, emotions, or unconsciously took on the collective's pain. So just like releasing that, and also downloading that you guys know, if you would like this, that you know how to ground yourself with love, and also just that you can be of service, free of taking on other people's pain. There you go. Perfect. And let's just together do 3 deep breaths to ground us in our bodies. So deep inhale through your nose, and then exhaling through your mouth, slower. Another deep inhale, expanding just a little bit more. And then a little bit slower through the mouth. And the last one, the deepest inhale, expanding, expanding, and then a little bit slower through the mouth. Perfect. And then just going and checking into your heart. So often, I feel that healers are so external service oriented. Sometimes we forget to check in on our own heart. So just checking in and just thanking your body, all of your physical body, and also your beautiful heart. And then just check in and just see if there's a message for anything that you need. And if you guys would like the download that you can be of service to yourself and be on your healing path and also be of service to others, it's not one or the other. So can I have creator download that highest frequency that you can heal yourself and then also be a service for others? So just releasing any, like, unconscious struggle, sacrifice that you unconsciously took on as a child in order to get your needs met, or any past lives, completing any past lives where you were a martyr. So just like releasing that. And I don't know if you felt that, but there is like a lot of shifts in some of your pelvis and then also your lower back. Um, there you go. And would you guys like to have the download that it is safe for you as a healer to receive support, and that, like, you know how to receive support, and that it just comes in abundance? So if you guys would like that, just say yes. So just downloading Creator's highest definition of support: mental, emotional, physical, financial, energetic, and just emotional support, and also support through the universe and through other people, and that it is safe for you to receive it. You know how to receive. There you go. Perfect. And let's see. Perfect. It feels like, there you go. Also, can I have would you guys like to know what it feels like can I release any scarcity programming? What I feel like with some healers is there's like this old scarcity like programming mindset, like not enough time, money. So can I just have creator just do a deeper release of like that it's safe to live in an abundant universe where there's like win-win-win situations where you feel great, your clients feel great, and like whatever you're involved in is great for others and the community and the world. So can I release any like win-lose situations that you think that like that you have to experience those? So just having creator release any win-lose situations, also old scarcity mindset, and that's in money, time, resources, just like releasing that from all levels, lifetimes, languages. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, and that feels like if you guys just notice just after these downloads and these clearings, like sensing, did you guys sense like a deeper, like you felt like you went into your hips a little bit more? Did you guys feel that? So a lot of times, like when we just start clearing these and and it's safe to receive, like you kind of, so just like scanning your body, there you go. And as I'm like scanning the group, it feels like, yeah, you guys are more in your body, you're more in your root chakra. Can I release, guys? A lot of old souls, old healers have had really probably past lives where they were persecuted or um, killed for being a healer or being a truth teller. So can I just send healing, any shock or trauma, and release the trauma from your body from standing in truth and love, and you're persecuted or hurt in any way, mentally, emotionally, physically, in this life or other lifetimes. If you would like that, just say yes to receive the healing. So validating any time in this life or in your family lineage and ancestral trauma where you were persecuted or hurt or shunned or punished in any way, covertly or overtly, for being of the light. We're going to validate that and also complete it, delete it on all levels, and sending it up to the light. And also, I'm going to witness a healing of any like internal blocks you have unconsciously put in your current body, energetic body, because of those traumas. And I also like in the back of your heart chakra, like releasing any betrayal. So this is just your sign to like that it's safe to release old betrayal trauma in this life or other lifetimes. So just releasing that through all levels, lifetimes. And some of you are kind of resisting that because, like, how do I protect myself? So can I download what it feels like to have discernment free of holding on to your betrayal pain or trauma? So just downloading Creator's highest definition of discernment and safety moving forward, that releasing this belief that betrayal trauma protects you from further trauma, because that's just an illusion our pain body creates. So just deleting that and just downloading it with the highest truth that you have Creator's highest definition of safety, divine safety, and you're worthy of it. And also that your decisions are in alignment with Creator, and also that you're ready for positive collaboration, deep trust with other soul aligned people. There you go. And then also, if you guys would like, there is a couple of you that, oh, whoops, I think we're probably out of time. My timer never started. Um, a couple of you have a lot to say, but there's like maybe some fear or resistance for speaking or really sharing who you are. This is also kind of attached to being persecuted as a healer. So can I just witness like completing those lifetimes? And also a few of you guys have been, many of you guys have been truth tellers in this lifetime, and you were maybe punished in like some way, or you had to fight for it. So can I validate that within your system and like release also any of that shock or trauma in your throat chakra and that hesitation to speak and to like create new. So just witnessing that and witnessing of a healing of your heart and your root chakra and your throat, and releasing any hesitation around speaking. There you go. And then downloading what it feels like to for your voice to be celebrated and to be involved in business and also client relationships and also other collaborations that create abundance within you, within others, and everyone is just really deeply satisfied. There you go. And then beautiful. And some of your root chakras felt a little bit more safe and secure. Can I download what it feels like to be safe in your body, mind, spirit? And you have Creator's highest definition of safe to be human and safe to be living on your soul purpose as a healer. And that like replace any other like unsafety program. So that'll be our last one. So downloading that. And also just letting any waywards, any like other people's paradigms energetically who've hooked and corded into you on any of these programs we've released, they be immediately sent to the light and released from your mind, body, spirit, your frequency. And it's safe to let that go. Perfect. So just connecting, do I have permission to connect to you guys?
Crazy.
Yeah. So
Wow. All's
just
good, guys. All's good. Please carry on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
Just filling you guys up and like also just like accessing just like the group Merkaba, like a light body of protection, and also just like yeah, there you go. And also just releasing like any psychic. I was like, well, I didn't clear psychic attacks because that definitely was one. So can I just release like any like psychic attacks that have happened like this past one, but anything in this life, um, across all time, space, and like releasing and witnessing an instant healing from all cells, from all of your energetic bodies, witnessing a healing through the highest frequency of Creator, remembering that you are one with Creator, and like releasing just like any limitations around your healing, around what's possible, and also just like releasing any fear of psychic attacks, because like a lot of like releasing that fear and like also and downloading just like that white light and also your own internal or external light body in Merkaba. And can I download that you guys, even with the drama of like the 3D and this like plane of consciousness, that you guys remember that your nervous system is safe to be here, and also you're attuned to the divine reality. So like you feel safe even if there's contrast or there's drama around you. It's like you know that your inner alignment is protecting you. So like sending a healing to any time you felt unprotected, and like releasing all of that, and also any fear of psychic attacks or being attacked mentally, emotionally, or financially, releasing that and sending that up to the light and completing any and all past lifetimes where that's happened. And then we'll just, for the last kind of download, we're going to just have Creator download into every cell of your body that this is the time to really create heaven on earth, and that you can create heaven within your own physical, energetic body, and also create heaven on earth within your relationships and then within your environments. And like this is the time and space on this planet. This is what we've been waiting for, and it's safe to feel excited. It's safe to move forward. It's safe to be you in this incarnation, and releasing any debris from past lives, any hesitation, any holding back, and any hiding, releasing that on all levels, and that it is safe to be seen, heard, and you will be rewarded for it. And it's your time to shine, and it's safe for you to shine. Thank you. And just resetting. Can I reset your energetic frequencies and reset your chakras and your aura? So just having creator reset with all these new healings, releases, downloads, reorganizing, resetting. This is your new standard of your own. This is the new standard operating system, free of that. And you know how to move forward with ease, with flow, with intuition. Thank you. It's done, it's done, it's done. Perfect. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, maybe we needed that to like clear the like psychic attacks programming, you know?
I concur. That was literally beautiful too. I was feeling amazing. And yeah, that happened to me once. Not on Healerverse, but yeah, like we kind of cleared out all the nonsense, right? To
Yeah.
say the least. Yeah. That was seriously amazing. Thank you so much. Do you want to talk for a few minutes about what you do have an offer?
Yeah. I teach like a theta healing. We have a couple programs. Also a medical intuitive trauma informed certification. And like my one-on-ones, I specialize in like trauma, mostly like any type of trauma, physical, emotional neglect is actually one of the things, one of the traumas that a lot of people don't know that are affecting them. But anything with relationships, because everything is a relationship, how we are with our body, is often, like our relation to ourself, and also like the negative, like, with women, you know, there's a lot of like inner critic or things inside us that you know, feel like maybe we're at war or there's never enough time. These are usually all symptoms of just limiting beliefs that were adopted just to survive. So a lot of us have a lot of programming that is through our genetic line, past lives, and it's being unconsciously co-created in our physical body, our relationship to money, our relationship to ourselves, our relationship to you know, romantic relationships. So it's amazing. Theta healing. I had my PhD in Chinese medicine and integrative medicine. And theta healing, I don't think I would have ever stepped out of that profession unless like I was divinely guided, and definitely divinely guided to do theta healing. And it healed like a lot of physical things that, you know, probably needed surgery. And it didn't. So yeah, and I support a lot of healers because a lot of us need support too. Yeah, and I'm on Instagram at Dr. Allison Snowden. And you know, if you guys want to you know, share anything or connect, our next beginning cohort is in September, because we just had a basic theta healing last weekend. So yeah, I love it. And I do think this modality plus trauma informed is really going to heal a lot of people, because you know, I think us as healers, we really a lot of us are wounded healers. I definitely was. I mean, that is my origin story. But our healing is just as important as our soul mission. As like a near-death experiencer, I always was like, you know, focusing on others, but it's like we can have both. We can really deeply heal our vibration, and that has like a wave of like of change as we heal our inner stuff. And we also can be abundant in all of our, you know, businesses and like relationships. So I'm here, and if you want to work with me, I do like a free consultation. So just like no pressure. Yeah. So appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much, Dr. Allison. I have 3 people in the waiting room, and I'm like, I don't want to like not include somebody, but I don't want that again. But it was like 15 before. Should I just leave them in the waiting room? I think so.
Yeah. Do you know who they are?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
One of the names looks familiar, but I'm like, wait, who is that again? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, because it feels like the container feels like, it feels good, like I feel like everyone is like got like a good, energetic download, and it like feels, I think it's like, yeah, I think like just like I think we should just like flow with who's here.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
like-
shouldn't blast that out like that as well, because I was talking to you about that before, but that'll be off record, because I think that brought all the drama to our call here.
yeah, I'll do a two-step process next time too.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
And maybe, yeah, I mean, if you
wanted
maybe I think if you want, I think also like if they're not joined in Healerverse, or if you don't know who, you could like send the recording to them, maybe to, if they want it, but if they haven't been verified or whatever, just to like protect like, the like the container.
I love
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Yeah. I was like, I wanted to like, you know what I mean? It was like last minute. I was like, since it's only like the second time back, like, you know what I mean? And we haven't really gotten our social medias bumping again yet since we got deplatformed. I was like thinking that I would send it out, and it worked, but just not how he wanted it to.
But I think, yeah, maybe like it was kind of, I always like think of like, especially like when theta's going on, like for example, like even in like my classes, like the disruptions are also part of the healing. So it can like trigger us to like do that deeper healing. So maybe like that psychic attack and all of that was like part of a deeper healing like we all needed. So I always say like even those type of weird things are usually because that triggered me to like, oh, we need to clear the psychic attack and like the old psychic attacks. So
Everything, I guess, happens for a beautiful reason. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. And honestly, I love your theta heal. I like how you put like a little extra yeah, I liked that so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
yeah, and just with theta healing, we just with like the classes, we get downloads, but then we go deeper and digging on why certain patterns are showing up in your life. And so that was just like a little taste, but energetic healing feels so good. I think we're all especially us as healers, like we're, with a lot of different people ill, or, we're out in the wild, but it's so important, I know, for me to get my healing time and get healed and all of that, get nourished, right?
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much.
You're
You're
welcome.
amazing. It's so good to see you. And yeah, I'm super excited. Thank you. And Manny, you're up, brother.
Hey yo, hola, ¿cómo estamos? Mi nombre es Manuel, ¿cómo estamos?
Hey. Hi, Manny.
Mi nombre es Manuel Antonio Banderas. Now, thank you, Trish, for this opportunity. Hello, all healers. Welcome to Healerverse. I have been, as Trish knows, I have been a window shopper in the Healerverse forever, and I had to do a lot of healing. By the way, kind of segue back, Allison, if in the Healerverse space, you see Allison looking for volunteers to receive the healing for, like one of her students or what have you, I went, yes, please. And it was a very powerful experience. Thank you, Allison. I never really thank you directly. The student experience was awesome. For some reason, the mind projects, right, what it doesn't know, so it's going to jump and fill in the blank. So I assumed that it would just be a one-on-one with student X, but little did I know that it would be Allison and 3 students, and it was just kind of like around the room and picking up the intuitive hits that they were getting based on the content that they were learning, and it was just so powerful. And like anything else, you get out of it what you put into it. And so it was a huge test of my willingness to be vulnerable, be present, be authentic. And that has been my medicine forever, not forever, but it seems like forever, for the last 12 months. I've been going through like some major career changes. I went through it before in the 90s when I was a landscape architect, designer, and installer. So I had a real grasp of nature, and but somehow I thought that I could do better than nature, and ego got in the way, and I was doing a lot of volume. Therefore, things like Monsanto products, and you know, like clear cutting, and so the energy that I was putting out there, you know, came back to me. Um, and so I went from, you know, wanting to help Mother Nature heal to make me a more profitable capitalist. And so I learned a real hard lesson. I rose very fast, very high, and fell very hard, and realized that well, I got to learn from these lessons, or else I'll repeat them. Went back to school, got my clinical social work degree from Marywood University in 2002. So I worked with addictions until I got my license. I firmly believe in the value of 12-step recovery communities, social support, social recovery. A lot of the people that are going through addictions recovery have a ton of psychosocial issues, from bankruptcy, divorce, imprisonment, whatever. So it's not as simple as take this pill and you'll be fine. Um, and yet I found myself in the world. I'll use the metaphor of the Matrix, because they say a picture saves 1,000 words. The red pill and the blue pill, right? So the red pill is about finding out what the truth is, and the blue pill is go back to sleep and continue sleepwalking. I was actually serving blue, I call it blue Kool-Aid, as a psychotherapist, right? Like working for the big pharma military industrial complex. And I feel like I was not only taking the Kool-Aid, but I was also swimming in the pool of Kool-Aid and serving it. And so similar to what happened with the Roundup in the 90s, you know, it happened with the pharma. That it kind of bit me in the ass. The moral injury that I was inflicting on myself, it was inevitably coming out. And so I was no longer being the healer that I wanted to be. I was the right person in the wrong space at the wrong time. And so I served 15 years in the VA, when I learned a lot about trauma-informed therapy, but the hard way, because it really felt like I was flipping burgers. It was just like fast food: come in, come out, get in, get out, get in, you know, take your pill, let's go, clock in, clock out. And we learn about vicarious trauma in the classroom, and we learn about the DSM-5, but there's so much that we don't learn, like protecting ourselves, protecting our auric field, but also things like narcissists, right? We learn about the overt narcissistic personality disorder, but not about the covert. And there's a lot more covert narcissists out there for secondary gain, control drama. And so I learned some really tough lessons about boundaries. And what happened tonight, guys, was about boundaries for me. For me, I don't know if you noticed my backdrop. For the first time ever, I chose to be surrounded by these huge trees. My ego planned to be inside the Starbucks, but what if there's a bunch of people screaming in the Starbucks, right? So little did I know there'd be a bunch of people screaming in the Zoom. But what can I control, right? So what I could control was grounding and earthing. And so I took off my shoes and I just started walking around these humongous trees. I call them grandmother and grandfather, wise ones. And I felt really protected, even though my eyes are closed and I'm literally in the middle of a parking lot at a Starbucks. But I felt so protected. And so when the meeting got bombed, there was not a part of me that took it personally. And I really felt what it was like to be a spiritual warrior, Trish, because there was a part of me like, what are we supposed to do? Because we didn't do the training for this. And I'm waiting for the instructions to come in the chat. There are no instructions. And I'm just like, I'm not effing bailing out. This shit's not gonna hurt me, and I'm not bailing out. I'm gonna be the effing bouncer for better or for worse. I got a big ass tree behind me, and the tree's not biting me. The tree's not killing me. There's no way that's some little psycho porn. I mean, it's just they're just children. They're just infantile. They're just spiritually wounded children that did not get what they needed, and so they're gonna do what they can to make themselves feel seen, like they matter. There's a race in this world for relevance, and you see it with Facebook. You see it in Facebook and in Instagram, but you also see with the companies that they're fighting for relevance, and that's at the macro level. At the micro level, we want to have a sense of significance, and somebody that's at the polar opposite of Healerverse, they're in a world of pain. And so it's inevitable that they're going to be puking it out, spewing it out. And they, unfortunately, for us, for our guests, one of my guests, thank you, Mary, for coming. One of my guests I just met on Sunday, Chris. The other guest was the one that brought me in this world. My mama was here. And I was like, so I'm texting her saying, Mom, I'm really sorry. But you know what? She brought me in this world, and I brought her in this round table. And I don't have an ounce of regret. I know who's got my back. And she's my only mother, just like I'm her only son. And I'm just very grateful that I showed up, because there were many times, Trish, I may have said this to you or not, that I was so swallowing and drowning in my own shadow, unfinished shadow work, that I couldn't even show up for roundtables. I didn't have the esteem to show up, and I felt like when that hit the fan, I felt like I'm a freaking bouncer here, even though I don't have the grip to throw the evil out. I was doing it in a psychic, loving way. And stand your ground.
Question, what's your mom's name?
Annie. She's not in the waiting room.
She tried to come back in, but I didn't know.
That's all right. And I felt like chatting and writing to you in the chat, let Mom in, but
Yeah.
But I already apologized, and she was like, I was so angry that happened to you
I'm
guys.
sorry.
So she's cool. She's cool. I have sent her recordings, the YouTube recordings, so she knows. And I'm wondering, like, I guess you're gonna edit the junk out and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so I'll just send it to her so she gets to see the ending.
Amazing. So what are you working on now? What do you have coming up?
So even though I don't have the website and the business card, I'm still showing up, and I'm feeling my way through. I'm trusting higher power, God, creator, universe, trusting my intuition. And I'm just learning to be the intuitive, authentic light of truth that I am meant to be. Sure, we can package it different ways, right, Trish? Like, we can call it mind, body, medicine, corporate wellness. In fact, that I was, just before jumping in this call, I was helping a company that's researching to prepare wellness packages. So they're asking me questions, I'm giving them answers, but I'm also saying, share your research results with me, because I want to package some things in Espanol too, right? The bilingual, bicultural population. So call it coaching, call it mentoring, call it facilitating. I have spent 30 years sitting in a room listening to suffering of one human or a group of humans, and I can't say I know what everyone's gone through. That's impossible. 8 billion plus is a lot of libraries of experience, but I can be in the moment with with a person suffering and help them, even if there's no answer, even if there's no fix, no solution, just honor them and give them the space to express, and then to explore ways that we can learn from, because everything is a lesson. Everything is a blessing, right? It's a blessing and a lesson. And
Thank
so
you
when we
so much,
when we
Manny.
live from that place, that's where the magic happens. Some people call it magic. I call it miracle.
I call it Manny. Thank you so much, Manny. I'm gonna turn over the mic to our last three practitioners. And Deneen, you are up next. You want to just give us like 3 minutes of what you're working on, so that way, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've actually been working behind the scenes with Trish on a lot of information she's sharing with you guys about the event that's going to be coming up for Healerverse, as well as the corporate well-being. For me, what I'm working on, I am working in a dedicated women's space. It's basically a healing sanctuary for women. It's called Inner Bloom. So I've been working and hosting women's circles for that, in addition to my own circles that I host for my own work that I do. And I'm actually coming out with something new. I'm working on something called Lush Codes to live the luscious life. It's for women to tap into their natural essence, their natural beauty. So something really exciting that I'm working on for the spring and summertime.
What else you got?
Oh, there's always a lot. I feel like everything happens all at once. There's so much that I've been doing. I've been really working very hard behind the scenes for a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be doing with you and for corporate well-being. I really want to be able to support people in that space, and especially women, because we operate so differently than men do, the way that our hormones cycle, the way that we can be working in harmony with our natural rhythms and cycles instead of against it. So how women can do that in the workplace, because there's different phases and different things that we can do to support ourselves through all of that. So I've been working on a lot of different resources for that. So a whole online like do-it-yourself course, other resources that they can have that hits like each piece of that, because that's a big thing that I've not only experienced myself when I was working in that world, but a lot of the women that I talk to, they are just so burnt out, so burnt out, and they're following a lot of advice or a lot of systems and structures in place that are geared more towards men. And those things are great and beautiful that work for men. We need that, right? But women also need something to support them. And that way we can come together, and we're creating more balance in the workplace. So I've been working very, very hard on that.
Thank you so much for sharing. I love that.
Of course.
And we're going to give Miss Gwen the spotlight. What's up, Gwen?
Woo! I had to leave. Was like,
Welcome back.
take care of myself, and thanks for letting me back in.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for getting this roundtable going again, and not on a Friday morning for me.
Yeah, this is
Appreciate it.
fun.
Since we talked last, the Get It Done Labs are rolling. I'm getting ready to launch them officially next week, and I have a lead magnet, which is 7 reasons why you have trouble working alone, and instead how to get it done with fun. And so if anybody wants to test it out, give me your thoughts. I put the link in the chat, and it's a mini course on, real reasons why people have trouble working alone, especially creative entrepreneurs, writers, and authors, healers. Yeah, needing to get, like, Manny, you're saying you've got all this stuff, but you don't have the website yet. Is it because you don't have trouble working alone? I don't know. Anyway, I have trouble working alone, so I created this 2018, and I've been bringing it back, and people were responding really well. And I really would love more people like Trish, how you're saying, let's create a place for healers so we don't get booted off for saying what's real. Healers and writers, creative entrepreneurs need to get their information out into the world. And that means writing copy. That means getting things done that you say that you're going to start to, like getting a lead magnet done for the Get It Done Labs. So I'm doing a lot of them, and I'll be having 3 tiers, but right now, get signed up and come talk to me.
Thank you so much. What I love about that is that it's such a beautiful time, and a lot of the topics that I've had coming up recently are about co-creating and collaborating and partnerships. And that's kind of like where the fun comes in, right? And I think a lot of us, maybe I can only speak for myself, but I've heard other people had this experience too. Growing up, I was told if you want to get it done right, you better do it yourself. And if you want to get it done, you better do it yourself. And like similarly, so, but recently I found that having an amazing team and also having amazing partnerships around me have really elevated my daily experience. So I'm super excited to check out your course. And I actually just put my name in there and email real quick. And when the YouTube goes live, make sure to put it on there. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, you're amazing. Everybody's amazing. And do you want to say anything else before we send it over to Dr. T?
Just thank you. I appreciate you and the people you bring together, and just really grateful that I now get to be part of it.
I'm so grateful too. And also I really enjoyed watching you when I opened my eyes briefly during the meditation. You were like dancing. It was fun. Thank you. Hey, Dr. T, what's going on?
And I'm fantastic. I'm just so grateful just to have the opportunity to be here. Allison Snowden, you are a rock star. Thank you so much, for doing what you do. Every single time I get the opportunity to get in front of you, I just like it's like snuggling up to a fireplace. It's like this lady is on fire. She lights it up. And I felt it. My goodness, did I feel that? And the interruption it should send a very strong message to you that that what you're doing is important enough to be interrupted. And that was an attack, and it was an excellent reminder to address that. So thank you very, very much. I can't tell you how awesome it is to be in the company of all of you people. Gwen, I don't know you very well. Deneen, I've known. Manny, I've seen on here 100 times, and love your the energy that you bring in here. Thank you so much for providing this space for me to be in. Um, I just can't tell you how excited I am to be here, and the opportunity just to be a part of this crowd. Thank you. You heal my heart, and you heal my mind, and you recognize. I mean, Allison Snowden, I swear to God, every word that came out of your mouth was speaking to me and to me alone. And I'm sure everybody else felt the exact same way. So, let's continue to support one another and heal the healers. And you, young lady, have that specific honor today, and that time was appropriated to you appropriately. So thanks for everybody for being here. I am so genuinely excited about what you're doing here, Trish Kane. You're just getting started, and your courage to do this. The timing is divine, sister, and don't ever forget it. I know we all struggle. Everyone struggles, okay, without our struggles, our life, it really is genuinely meaningless. Were there no struggles here, then there would be nothing to overcome. And this would be a rather, boring existence. But these gatherings are an opportunity for us all to remind ourselves of what it is that we're doing here, and that our perspective is not crazy. This is reality, for crying out loud. This is the true reality, not some manufactured thing that we've all been told, all of our lives. And, one of the greatest and most difficult and painful realizations in my own life was realizing, oh my God, this life that I'm living this isn't real. What's real is what you just experienced here today, and what you're hearing with all these people. So thanks for so very much for including me and allowing me to be a part of your community. And Trish, sister, you just holler at me anytime you need to be picked up, because I told you I got your back, and the doc's got your back, sis. Okay,
I love you, Dr. T. The
love
dog
you too.
doesn't knock. I yeah, I have like the deepest gratitude for all of you, and I'm so grateful that everybody came tonight. Scott, thank you for showing up. There was definitely a lot of amazing people. Thomas, Mari, Yakov, and everyone that was on earlier that signed off, and all the Healerverse healers that aren't here tonight. Dr. Allison, that was a most amazing meditation. Honestly, I loved it. I didn't really know what to do when we got bombed. You know what I mean? I just was like, what do I do? And just started removing people. But whatever, like that's our life, right? We're healers, right? And that's what we've been facing for a long time. So it didn't really shake me. I didn't know what to do, but it definitely didn't shake me. That's for sure, Um, but I'm just like so grateful for all you guys. And Manny, I love your energy. It was so good to hear you tonight. And I'm super grateful to be co-creating with you too. And you bring such great energy to the circle of life and everybody that you come into contact with. And me, I can only speak for myself, but I'm sure as hell you do that for others too. And and I can't wait to see what you're going to create now with this new journey that you're on, right? And yeah, addiction is something that touches pretty much almost everyone's life. And HealerCon, I'm so excited to hug the shit out of all you guys, whoever comes. I have a feeling a bunch of you guys, if not most of you, are going to come. And I'm going to hug the heck out of you. And I'm excited to see you guys on stage there too. And also, so the reason that we're partnering with Ron Brand is because we're going to be giving back a portion of our proceeds to addiction and to help with homelessness. And that's one of the things that he's working on. And I proposed that we did HealerCon and gave back a portion of the proceeds to him when I spoke to him a couple weeks ago. And things are really rocking and rolling. We're also going to do HealerCon UK after that. They have this big stadium in London. So like this is one of many healer cons, and all the practitioners here will be getting a message from me in the group chat and via email. Heidi is back on to help with some things like onboarding practitioners, and I asked her to meet with you guys to go through some of the corporate well-being stuff once it comes about, and also do a demo of the platform in case you guys need help with that. I know. Divine timing, Gwen. So everything works out. And what else is going on my end? Yeah, like I have a badass team now, something I never had before. Honestly, not like this. And like they're building out funnels, like it's we're on another level here. You know what I mean? I'm able to finally like step back and just watch stuff happen. But yeah, and I'm excited. Healerverse to the moon, you guys. And yeah, we can do another feature in like a week and a half or whatever, but I'm certainly going to email you guys what the next steps are. We're actually launching a badass affiliate program too for HealerCon and for the platform and corporate well-being also. So I'll share that with you guys. It's done. I think they finished it today, and I'll share that in the healer group chat on Telegram, the VIP group. I'll email you guys. Check your spam just in case. Like, I think Dr. Allison, I know your emails were going to spam because you have a Gmail, I think. And if anyone else has Gmail, check your spam. We'll figure out something. I don't know. But everything else is good, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for bombing with me. Thank you for that amazing meditation. Scott, thank you for coming. Scott's a legend. You guys, I can't wait for you guys to get to know Scott. And Gwen and Scott, you live near each other, so definitely connect. Actually, no, you don't. You're quite a few hours away, I think. Yeah, you're a few hours away. And yeah, let's keep on trucking. My ring light broke. All right. I'll send you the recording, guys. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Blessings.
Peace out.
Peace out. Mari,
right.
thank you for coming.
Okay.
I'll call you, Scott.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please do. Thank you.
Yeah.